Welcome to the show. Let's begin, as always, with the latest in the COVID-19. The 12,000 doses are going out. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Sorry. Here are the statistics. Looks like we're now up to 38,048. 34 new cases. That brings on 34. Confirmed positive, 20 new cases, 14 new cases, 10,187, 25, 82, 42. And no new deaths. That brings it up down to 7,026. 7,020. Hospitalized, 6455, permanent hospital, 72, ICU, 36,268 have been recovered. As of Friday, which is now even big Saturday. So, I want to stress to you this. I mean, it is the start of spring break for all of the public schools, but not for colleges. As a matter of fact, last year, and as a matter of fact, let's look at the 2021 spring calendar. They look at this and it's like Tuesday the 15th. March 19th is the spring break. And if you look at this, they shortened spring break. The reason why that is because of the pandemic. For Friday, that's the only day. It is shortened to one day. As all the public schools, they get the whole week off. So, what about Texas A&M Corpus Christi? On Ennis Jocelyn? Let's look at the calendar. The holiday schedule. Let's look at their holiday schedule. We're going to revise that holiday schedule. So, spring break. That's been crossed out. No spring break. The reason that is because of COVID. So, too bad for Texas A&M Corpus Christi University. So, I feel bad for them. You can go be jealous. I mean, for the students out there, y'all can be jealous of the public schools, giving everyone spring break and all that stuff, but that's what you think. You can be bitching about this, complaining to your college board, say college president, bitching to the president, saying, hey, we want spring break. And they're going to tell you, I'm sorry, but we cannot do that because of the pandemic. And you can just go complain to them saying, yeah, I understand the pandemic, this and that, but everyone's getting their vaccine, everyone's spending time on the beaches. We want the same. The parents will be complaining, and everyone else will be complaining. The parents will be by their side. And if you look on their calendar, they crossed out the spring break. The reason that is because of COVID. That was because of COVID. Memorial Day, they crossed it out. They didn't cross out Labor Day. They didn't cross out Thanksgiving. Did not cross out winter break. nor Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but spring break, I'm happy for them. But the articles, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi is on a list, and their Twitter says, continue to practice New Year the year before. Unfortunately, we must join universities around the country in eliminating spring break 2021. A difficult choice that is for the best interest in our community. Check your email. And if you want to, and here is the full announcement. The faculty and staff released this letter saying, in part, continuing the same practices in the new year, the forefront of our plan, unfortunately, we must join universities around the country to eliminate spring break. Difficult choice, but it's one that interests the entire community. The common exchange, we're moving the start date of spring semester, beginning classes on Monday the 25th. We will observe 1 day break from classes on Wednesday, March 17th. Classes will end on Wednesday, May 5th. Exams will begin May 17th. Commencement will take place Saturday, May 5th. Please refer to the revised academic calendar online for additional information. So they can go complain to Dr. Kelly M. Miller and say, look, we want the full week off, and the president will tell you, I'm sorry, but we don't want everyone getting the COVID. But she's the president. You can go bitch about that to her, and she'll tell you the same thing. We're trying to be safe here. And as I'm telling you guys, you need to make sure your masks are on, you need to stay socially distanced, and just because next week that Governor Greg Abbott is going to release the mask order, that doesn't mean it. There's some catches though. You still need to wear your mask. If you're an employee, you need to make sure that you're wearing your masks. And I just got this message. We're still, there at my work, we're still not allowing customers to come in and sit down. Do you think Governor Greg Abbott made a mistake? I don't think he made the mistake. If he's doing the right thing, he's doing the right thing. For those who are saying he's a death doctor, you better take that back. Because he's a governor, and I will not have you complain to the governor. That is your opinion. There's more. Give me a break when we come back. Stay tuned. Like I said, spring break is coming, and there are warnings. And just because Governor Greg Abbott says the mask order is lifted, that doesn't mean you can say, I'm not going to wear a mask anymore. But you still have to wear that mask. And like I said, if you don't like it, like I said, I didn't say this, but I'm going to say it right now. If you don't like it, you might as well just go move to a different state where they mandate masks. That's your choice. I'm not making the choice. That's a decision that you have to make on your own. And I respect it. But there's a lot of spring breakers. And just before we went on break, Texas A&M Corpus Christi saying that it's just going to be moved to 1 day. That's a Wednesday. So 1 day to go to the beach. 1 day to go see parents. 1 day to go see old friends. Just 1 day. And yet, COVID is still happening. The virus is spreading. And yet, the beach is going to be crowded. There's going to be no social distancing. You need to be safe. And yet, just because Governor Abbott says you're not allowed to wear a mask anymore, that doesn't mean you can stop wearing masks. You still have to wear it. At places where it's still mandated. Restaurants, wherever you go, you still have to wear a mask. No excuse. No more excuses. No more excuses unless you have a medical condition. And if you have that medical condition, what you need to do is let them know beforehand so that they can understand that you have that medical condition, whether you have asthma or any other type of medical condition. You need to let them know beforehand, and for the God's sakes, do not listen to those anti-maskers that believe the numbers are fake. If you see them, do not do that. You can get yourself arrested for trespassing, and as well as get yourself kicked out and banned from different places. Don't listen to those people. And if you do, that's another story. Because I ain't. Because I'm not going to be the one trying to because of all this. So the question is, should Texans get vaccines despite the loosened restrictions? Here's the list from Inside Edition. Because of this question from Keith Oberman posted this question. Why are we wasting vaccinations on Texas? Look this. I need to join the side of the virus. And after that question posted, there was an immediate Twitter back. Media. People deserve to stay safe and healthy no matter who they voted for. I agree. And the Texas governor just said to, and this Texas governor, so again, should you get the vaccine if you get the virus? Yes, you should. You should be able to get the vaccine if you get the virus. But calling the governor a hypocrite, if the governor made a decision, you had to respect his decision. If you don't like it, that's your opinion. Don't be crying on social media saying, how dare he? How dare this hypocrite do this? Or that. But there's still a mask we have to wear. You need to wear a mask at airports, airlines, RTA, wherever you go. You still have to wear the mask, and they can mandate it. Just trying to remember. But now going back to the spring break question. Will spring breakers partying lead to the COVID-19 surge? When we come back, we're going to look into South Florida where the reckless risk of the virus and the warnings. Hardly a mask in sight, and there was a live stream video of each side bars. You do not want to miss this when we come back. So, the question is, will spring breakers party lead to another COVID-19 surge? The answer is yes. According to a live stream from Florida, where there wasn't a mask in sight. No masks at all. There was no mask in sight, except one person was wearing a mask. That's great. But none of the other people in this area were wearing a mask. Not one person in that stream was wearing a mask. Not even two people were wearing a mask. And even this guy is saying this. And the health director said spring travel can lead to another surge that frankly would be almost impossible to tolerate. Please postpone travel. I agree. If you travel down there to go party, yeah, then you're going, I achoo. All over the people. They're going to get the virus, and you're going to be blamed. Don't travel to fucking Florida. And I mean it. Don't travel to Florida. And even the NBA is reopening. The mayor of Atlanta is saying this is a made-for-TV event only, and people should not travel to the Atlanta party. I agree. It's a made-for-TV event only. No one's allowed to travel to Florida. And colleges, they have to join in with other countries from every college and say, we're shutting down spring break only for one day because we don't want to get the virus. I agree with the president of the University of Corpus Christi. I agree. But not one college is doing that. It's a super spreader. And just because next week that Governor Greg Abbott is not allowing mandated masks anymore, that doesn't mean you could skip college to go have your fun. No. If you skip class, I mean, we don't know what the consequences is. At the college level, skipping classes as a result on March 1 in the bad grade is stern. If the skipping class semester, the bad grade will lose your children in a failing grade with that. And probably some classes may have a policy that permits you for a certain number of sessions before you're penalized. Take these policies seriously. When your professors say you will drop a letter grade, you have more than 5 unexcused absences, they are serious. So you better not be skipping those 5 days. And if you skip those 5 days in your college campus, you are out. And can you get in trouble? Yes, you can. It's probably a 12 answer limit, but I need it. But if I ask the president of the college, maybe I'll get an answer. I don't care whether you're jealous of the public school allowing people to get spring break off. If you decide to say, screw it, I'm gonna go party or whatever, that's your choice. If you decide to be the good person and say, I'm gonna wait till Wednesday for spring, I'm gonna go to class and not party, and you're the good person here. If you start going to bars and not wearing masks, if you see a bar where no one's wearing a mask, you walk away. If you go to the beach and no one's staying 6 feet, you walk faster. And if you decide to skip the whole week of college to enjoy your spring break, even though your president told you not to, then you go to class. But you don't never skip your college classes just for spring break. And somehow or another you think that's funny. Somehow, tell me what's funny about that. You just don't skip college, period. And anybody that does is a college truant. I never went to college, and I never will. People ask me, why did you go to college? I don't have to give you an answer. There are reasons that you cannot skip college class. And it can send your professor a wrong message. Skipping class can cause your grade to slip. I mean, during the spring break, if you decide to not follow the president's orders and go skip class, you're going to have a lot of absences and you're going to get expelled from your college. And it can also prevent you getting your money's worth. That's the whole reason why you should not be skipping college. And during this time. So you are here by my grace, my friends. So you can either follow your president's orders or skip your college classes and go attend spring break. Your choice. If you think skipping college to go to the beach, skipping college for 5 days because of spring break, if you think that skipping college for 5 days to go to the beach because the college president said not to, please comment, it's not okay. And if you skip, there's going to be disciplinary hearings. A lot of them. It could, if you decide to go to college, that's your choice. You have to attend every class every single day. There is no excuse at all. Just try to understand. I understand you want to go to the beach, hang out with your friends, go party, drink, smoke, all that stuff. But your college president is looking out for you. And so are your professors. They're looking out for you. And until this pandemic goes down, and everything goes back to normal, that you still have to follow the president's orders. When we come back, an update on Wednesday's Give Me a Break, and as well as a new investigation. Stay tuned. Now, y'all know a couple days ago I did an investigation into why churches not doing health screening. They said they don't do health screening, but I wanted to talk to the head pastor, but I wasn't able to. Because I was afraid that if I did, he would look at the video and say, this is not acceptable. But, no new updates yet, but if there's any updates, I will bring you some as they come along. There's another one, another investigation I've been working on, and that is the one into coffee waves. Great place to get coffee. That's the exposure of Rock City Church. They don't do health screening. There's no social distancing. There's no markings on the ground. No chairs are separated. And there's hand sanitizers, but they need to make sure that they're keeping their members safe. As for coffee waves, well, they don't do social distancing. Well, they require masks, yes, but they don't social distance. There's no markings on the ground. There's no plastic coverings. There's none of that. There's no hand sanitizers. None of that. You don't put hand sanitizers? Y'all need to put hand sanitizers on. This virus is growing, and if y'all decide to ignore it, that's your choice. But if they get sick at that place, that is on you. You should be held accountable. You need to make sure that all your employees are safe and all the customers wear masks and stay 6 feet. That's the bottom line. I'm looking out for you, and so is this state. And if you're not going to follow those orders, that's your choice. Move out of Texas. Go do whatever. That's your choice. And if you make that choice, you have to choose everything that goes along with it. Just like the old saying, when you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. Think about it. And that's the same for you college kids. When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. Try to remember that. And think. Because if you're going to have children and they go to college, what you need to do is set clear expectations when they go up to college and say, look, do what your professor says and do what the president says. So that they can be good college students and get the college diplomas they can get. We all have to be safe, and that's all that matters. That's all this is. Give Me a Break Friday going to Saturday. We'll see you in Give Me a Break Saturday. For all of us here at YouTube, have a great night. Take care of yourself and each other. Thanks.